Now, you're class 6.
Yeah.
You've done decimals. Did you understand anything about the decimals?
Not in school
No,
language.
not in school language. All right. Columns. God bless the columns. Now, we're going to start with our units here. We're going to have our tens here and our hundreds here. Do you know where the decimal point lives?
Right here.
It lives right here. We'll put him there. Now, if I say 31, put him in, 31 divided by 10, where does everybody go? Divided by, goes which way?
This way.
This way, okay, go.
Dirty.
When underneath, darling, where does he go?
Here.
Yeah. Where does he go?
Here.
Yes. Your answer is 3.1.
Oh. That was a lot more easier than I thought.
That's easy, isn't it? That's easy.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Here's the decimal place. So this is unit divided by 10.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what would this be?
Unit.
Divided by?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good. That's a kilometre. 0, 1k. We're going to divide it into 10. Now you'll have to forgive my lack of accuracy. Now, as a fraction, if I run from here to here, what fraction of the kilometre have I run?
10. Oh.
Yes, I've cut him into 10. So what would I call that piece? Tell me if you don't know.
I don't know.
It's 1 part out of the 10.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how we write it? 1 part out of the 10. Called 1/10.
Okay.
Is this ringing a bell for you, or you're not connecting with this?
It's ringing a bell.
It's ringing a bell. If I run from here to here, what fraction of the kilometre have I run?
2/10.
2/10.
10.
Can you write them in, the rest of them? If I've run to there, I've run 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10.
8/10. 9/10.
And if I've run all the way to here,
10.
10/10, which is the whole kilometre. Can you see that 10 parts out of 10 makes 1?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, you told me very correctly that to get to here, I had unit divided by 10. This was 100 divided by 10 made this fellow. This fellow divided by 10 made one of these fellows. This fellow divided by 10 made this guy. Right? This fellow divided by 10 makes this one, if you have faith in the pattern. Yeah? So can you see this is unit, or 1,
Yeah.
divided by 10. So as a decimal, can you express this as a decimal?
I don't know.
Okay, you're not sure what I mean?
No.
No. This is unit, divided by 10 comes over here. Yes, no, maybe, sort of?
Yeah.
Can you see this is called 0.1
Yeah.
from here?
Sort of.
Sort of, all right. if I've got one whole kilometre, and I cut him into 10, that's the same as saying unit divided by 10. Move over here. And it's called 0.1.
Yeah.
No units and 1/10. If I have a cake and I cut it into 10 pieces, each piece as a fraction is
1/10.
exactly. The cake is the unit, divided by 10 is 1/10, or expressed in the columns, he moves over here. He's no units anymore, and he's 1/10.
Okay.
Right? So you write all those as decimals for me.
Do I do that?
That says 1, in other words, 1 unit.
So that?
Exactly. 0.1, say them as you go.
0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Do I do it here?
And what would that be? Perfect. 1.0 or 1. That's 1 unit. Well done. Well done. Now, if I divide this fellow into 10, what would I call as a fraction one of these guys? Now, in order to work that out, you need to know how many of these live in the unit, in the whole thing. How would you work out how many of these live in the whole thing? There are 10 here.
I would put 10 in here, all of them, so I'll have 100.
Yep. So this little fellow as a fraction would be called?
I don't know.
He's one part out of how
10.
many? How many?
100.
1 part out of 100.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
In order to know what to call him, you need to know how many there are in the whole thing. In other words, if I cut a pie into 3, I know what to call this because I know how many of this piece. So it's 1 part out of 3. Yeah?
Yep.
Yep. So my 1/10 divided by 10 becomes 1/100th. My 1/10 divided by 10 becomes hundredths.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So later on we're going to see this is our percentages column, but we won't do that right now. So I just wanted to show you that not just add a 0, take a 0 off. I wanted to show you that by moving the numbers that you are going to then understand your decimals and your percentages. Because everybody tells me just add a 0 to multiply by 10. And I say, what have you learnt from that? Nothing. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That understanding, multiply by 10, move this way, divide by 10, we move this way. And that way, we'll do some more work on percentages and decimals later on. But this sets us up for understanding percentages and decimals. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if I say to you, so you can multiply and divide by 10 now, even though you still look like a stone mallet about it. If I say to you, what's the relationship between odd 5 and even 10? Can you tell me anything at all about the relationship between odd 5 and even 10?
Adding those both together would equal even 10?
That's exactly right. Have I told you the grandmother story?
No?
All right. So there were these two old ladies, they were sisters, and you know, they were getting on, and both their husbands had passed away and their children were all grown up, and they said, why don't we live together, share our expenses, and it'll be great. So they took a place together, shared the rent, one car, shared all the expenses. When they went shopping, everything down the middle, you know what I mean, down the middle? Yeah. And they were old, they were on the pension, so they had the same income each fortnight. Now, one of them had 10 grandchildren and one of them had 5 grandchildren. Okay, so at the end of the year, all the money they'd saved up, and it was equal, they both saved up exactly the same amount of money. So, of course, their spare money was to buy Christmas presents for the grandchildren. So one of them had 10 grandchildren and the other one had odd 5 grandchildren. Now, how much do you think they've saved up at the end of the year? Let's think of a sum of money that would be reasonable.
I don't know.
Well, let's give them an amount of money that they've got available for their Christmas shopping. What do you think? They've saved all year. How much do you think they've saved? Make something up.
$1,000.
$1,000. All right, they've each saved $1,000, haven't they? All right, the one with 10 grandchildren, can you share that between her 10 grandchildren? What would she be spending on each grandchild?
$100.
Well done. They would have $100 spent on each of them. You took your 1,000, divide by 10, you moved it across. Now, the one with 5 grandchildren, would they get a more expensive present or a less expensive present?
A more expensive.
A more expensive present. Can you see the connection between what this granny would spend and what this granny would spend? How much would she spend on each child there?
200.
Well done. In other words, twice as much. Twice as much.
Twice as much.
It should be twice. Yes. So when we're dividing by 10, easy peasy.
Yeah.
When we're dividing by 5, what do we do? Let's say we've got 130 divided by 10. What would that be? Imagine your 130 in your columns.
Yeah.
Dividing by 10, which way does it go? And $13. If we were dividing it by 5, would it be more or would it be less?
More.
More.
It would be, I don't know what it would be.
What did you do here to work it out?
Twice as much. So would it be $23?
Okay, twice as much. You doubled your 10s.
26.
$26. Well done. Look at what you've done. You've done 130 divided by 5 equals 26.
Yeah.
Are you impressed with that?
Yeah. Yes.
So you can divide by 10 and you can divide by 5. If you share with 5, they each get twice as much as if you share with 10. But if you multiply by 5, all right, let's have a story. I'm going down to the local shop and I'm going to buy 10 t-shirts and they're $8 each. Do you know how much I have to pay?
No.
Do you know what the sum would be if I told a story like that? Could you write that sum?
It would be, what was the story again?
Okay, there's a pencil. I'm going down to the, what do you call it? Down at Ocean Shores to the K-Hub.
Yeah.
And I'm going to buy 10 t-shirts and they are $8 each. How would I work out how much that would cost me?
8
They're $8 each. Do you know how much that would cost me?
$80.
Yes, write it in.
Oh,
Well done. Now, I decide I don't need 10 T-shirts. It's a bit excessive. I say I'll just get 5 T-shirts.
5 times 8? Oh, yeah.
Can you see a connection between the price of the 10 T-shirts and the price of the 5 T-shirts?
Yeah. Is it 40?
Exactly right. You can multiply by 5.
Great.
Great?
Yeah.
You just connect it to the 10. So if I say 16 times 10 is 16 tens.
Yeah.
16 times 5, so I don't want the answer. What'll it be? The connection.
And I know.
Don't understand. Right, we need more stories. I buy 16 somethings that cost $10 each, and I have to pay $160. You stop me if you don't understand.
Yeah.
I buy 16 pizzas,
Yeah.
and they're $5 each. Is there a connection between the price?
Sort of.
Can you tell me more?
I know the answer.
You do know the answer.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
80.
$80. It's half.
Half.
You did know, but you didn't know the word for it.
Yeah.
It's half the price of if it was $10. Well done. Well done, Mia.
It's just like doing 2 times 8, which is 16, but just adding a 0 at the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you can now multiply and divide by 5 and 10. How does that feel?
Good.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Very good.